What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about the new challenges added into NBA 2K25 MyTEAM, the new Tuesday challenges, whether they're worth you guys grinding for or not. Now, last season, if you guys remember correctly, you could grind out basically every Tuesday, and at the end of the season, if you grind it out every week, you got, I think it was a free 100 overall. Now, I didn't pull anything good from that, and so I'm kind of glad that this season it's a little bit different. Now, what is it this season? Well, let's talk about it. You do get a best of MyTEAM super pack for scoring 30 points with power forward in a game, making 10 dunks with Celtics players, getting 50 points, assists, and rebounds with Raptors players, and making 5 3-pointers and shooting 60% or better with a Trailblazers player. Now, I know what you guys are thinking is like, I mean, Ty, this isn't really worth doing. But if you look at these challenges, okay, and combine those challenges right there with the GOAT Festival domination highlight, that's the way I would approach it, right? Because then you're going to get that GOAT card, you're going to get this free super pack, and you're going to just continue working through the event challenges because, yes, by itself, those challenges aren't anything special. I agree. But one thing I do want you guys to realize is you do get a best of MyTEAM super pack, which, again, odds-wise is not bad. So, like, for me on my No Money Spent Squad series, could be pretty impactful. You have a 3% chance of pulling 100 plus. You have a 13% chance of pulling a Dark Matter. 100% chance of getting a Galaxy. I accidentally clicked X. Oh my gosh. I accidentally opened this thing. I'm so mad, bro. I accidentally opened this thing. That just irritates me so badly. I didn't even mean to open this, dude. I was trying to look at the odds. But what I'm trying to get at is you have a good chance of at least getting somebody that could make your squad. Now, this guy, whoever I get, Baron Davis, will never make my squad, right? But I'm saying for you guys out there, like, if you do, grind this thing out, you have a chance to get something solid from it. Now, again, are packs worth opening? No, they're not. But this, I will say, is solid because you have an equal chance to get Dirk as well as the other one. So if you are going to open up packs, this is definitely your best value for doing it. I'm just annoyed that I accidentally got Baron Davis. Like, that is obviously not what you are looking at. But at the end of the day, you are guaranteed a Galaxy Opal from this and guaranteed a best of MyTEAM super pack for easy challenges, right? Like, here's the thing. Honestly, what I would do is, make your power forward a Raptors player if you can. So put a Raptors power forward in there and then, put a Celtics player. So for me personally, like, I could go in and this could be my squad, right? I don't know if I'm for sure going to grind this thing or not, but you could put a Raptors player here at power forward if you got a decent one. And then, structure your squad alongside that. Now, I don't really have a good Raptors power forward, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult for me to do. But if you have a decent Raptors power forward, it's going to be relatively easy to do. And honestly, if you want to, you could go into Breakout and get these challenges done as well. I mean, they're really, really, really easy challenges to do. And like I mentioned, you are guaranteed a Galaxy Opal from that. I accidentally opened one up, but those are the types of things that you are getting. Now, again, along the way as you're grinding things out, right, you can combine it with the GOAT Festival challenges. If you don't have the first one done, you can, still grind those Breeze challenges. If you don't have these domination ones done, that is honestly what I would recommend you guys doing. And so, like I said, even for myself, sure, I don't have a great power forward, but I could go in there with, like, anybody that can knock down shots, right? Like, that's the big thing for me is I need a power forward that can at least shoot the ball. So if I got a guy with a decent 3-ball, I can make it happen. If I don't got a guy with a decent 3-ball, it could get really, really dicey. So again, I don't even know who I'm going to take here into this challenge to try and get it done because I do need a decent 3-ball, but it is what it is. I can figure that out. Scotty Barnes, it may be tough to do, but obviously you're probably my guy to do it. So 30 points with Scotty Barnes, probably. But at the end of the day, here's another thing to think about is you don't even have to get points with Scotty Barnes, right? And so even if you don't have a good Raptors power forward, don't even use Scotty Barnes, right? Just plug in anybody and instead just get a ton of assists with a Raptors player. So plug in Kyle Lowry. And all you're going to do is pass the ball with Kyle Lowry and start working on his assists. Meanwhile, again, you just need 30 points to the power forward. So maybe you do it with a Celtics player and get some dunks. Maybe you do it with a Trailblazers player if you do have a Trailblazers player that can shoot the ball. So that's, I guess, more so what I would look at is, again, Jason Tatum. could easily get it done. Do I have any Trailblazers guys that can shoot the ball really well? Greg Oden could probably get it done as well. So that's more so what I would be looking at for you guys. I'll probably plug in Jason Tatum here to take into domination. I think he's going to be fine. And then guess what? Gonna get some dunks with Tatum, gonna get that done. And then I just need 5 3-pointers and shooting, 60% or better. So that's gonna be really easy to do. You wanna know why? Because Brandon Roy is easily gonna be able to get that done. So I'm gonna hop into domination quickly and kind of show you guys how I'm gonna go about doing this thing. You can do it on an easier difficulty if you want to, but I think, on this difficulty, it's just fine. Because again, you can combine it in domination and really notice things stack up. Now, I would put some Breeze players in here as well. I don't know if I did, just to get some of those challenges done. Again, I'm not sure. I think I got some on my bench. I should be fine. But your main thing here is getting assists with Kyle Lowry, right? And I guess you could score with Kyle Lowry and do everything else with Kyle Lowry. It doesn't even have to be a power forward. But the main thing here is trying to get dunks with JT, wide open. Honestly, the only thing you want to do with Brandon Roy is shoot wide open 3, right? Because he has to shoot 60% or better. So you want to make sure he's wide open every time you shoot the ball. And then once you get 5 threes with Brandon Roy, honestly, if I'm you guys, I'm not shooting another shot with him. Call me crazy, but I just don't think it's ultimately worth it. And again, for JT, you're just trying to get these, dunks somehow, some way, getting some dunks with Jason Tatum, and boom, 1 dunk already done. And I need 10 more, but again, it's not looking super difficult, and I've already started scoring with Jason Tatum. Meanwhile, Kyle Lowry, sure you need, 50 points, assists, rebound, those types of things. But again, it's going to be relatively easy to do with a guy like Kyle Lowry. So that's just kind of the approach that I would take, with grinding this thing out. Obviously, again, it shouldn't be that hard of a grind for you guys. It really shouldn't, in my opinion at least. If you guys are struggling with it, let me know. But really should be an easy grind. A domination game, you should be able to get nearly everything you need done. And again, while you're playing domination, you're going to make probably 5,000 MT during the game. You're going to get additional event cards. And at the end of it, you're going to get a super pack with, decent odds to pull a dark matter. And again, 3% odds to pull 100 plus. That's obviously not great. I'm not going to sit here and act like, it's great odds. But at least you have odds, right? At least you have odds to pull 100 overall or above. So that's just kind of the approach that I would take to this thing. I would hop into a domination game. Look, I hate playing domination as much as anybody. But when I'm looking at kind of the best way to approach it, it is domination. And again, I don't even necessarily love the fact that I've got to go in here to a domination game. But when I'm looking at what's worth it, what's not worth it, I do think playing in this domination game is probably the most worth it thing to do. Again, once you knock down the 5 threes with Brandon Roy, get him out the game. Because the last thing you want to do is miss the next one and say you don't shoot 60% or above with him. It's just kind of a small thing, but I definitely would get him out of the game after you do knock down enough threes with the card. So that's the approach that I'm taking to this best of my team challenges. Let me know what you guys are doing. Like I said, combining all of them at once, I do think is going to be your best method to success. But let me know what you guys are doing to this. I do think domination is the way to go about this as well. Because again, I've got a lot of domination to grind for this GOAT event card. So let me know where you guys are at, what you guys are doing. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.